So today I'm gonna review this cycle. So this is probably the most unique RC100 in this country, probably in the world. So the thing is, this is my friend's cycle. I came over here in Murshidabad to review this one. So basically this cycle has various modifications over here done. So firstly, it has a bullhorn handlebar with friction shifters. So these are proper friction shifter for both front derailleur as well as rear derailleur. And he has also installed a Holotech crankset by Shimano, which is a MTB one, because he wanted to have a wider range, because MTB cranksets usually have 3 chain rings. So that's the thing. And on rear end he's running a 7-speed cassette with Tony derailleur. So the changes which he basically did on this cycle after buying the cycle was to convert it into a Holotech crankset. Also added a front derailleur for that Holotech crankset. Also this very special bullhorn handlebar, which is really unique, and these one of a kind friction shifters. And to be honest, these friction shifters are the cheapest component on this cycle. They costed only 150 rupee a pair, not each. So yeah, so I'll quickly do a short cycling run with this cycle, so you guys watch that thing, and then I'll give you guys my verdict about this cycle. So after riding it for a while, I noticed few things, that this bullhorn handlebar is very unique and it's very different from normal flat bar handlebar, also from a dropper handlebar. It's kind of in between both of them. It's neither, it does not feel like a flat bar handlebar, because obviously it's not a flat bar handlebar. Neither does it feel like a dropper handlebar. So it feels in between both of these two things, and it's very ergonomic, to be honest. And also being ergonomic, it is actually very aerodynamic, like a drop bar. So it gives you the best of both worlds. So that is something which I noticed at first when I was riding this cycle for the first time, and that felt very unique and very different, to be honest. The experience of riding a bullhorn handlebar is quite unique and different for someone who is riding it for the first time. And the most interesting part that I found about this cycle was obviously these friction shifters. So the thing is, it has a slight bit of learning curve. So it feels like there are 2 types of lens in camera worlds, right? Like manual focusing and auto focusing. So these feel like I'm doing manual focusing. So these friction shifters feel like I'm doing a manual shifting kind of a thing. So you have to precisely move it in a way so that it accurately shifts the thing. So there is a slight bit of learning curve, but once you're accustomed to this thing, it feels very natural. It feels like the very smooth and a very comfortable thing. Like in an index shifting, if you want to shift multiple gears at a stretch, then you have to click multiple times. But over here you can just smoothly do it at one go, and it is very efficient in that way. So once you're used to it, it is very nice. And another thing about these friction shifters which are really amazing, that you don't need to do any kind of derailleur adjustment, because all the adjustment is kind of done by your own hand. So you don't have to do all those derailleur tuning and all of those things. Only the things that you need to tune are the limit screws. That's it. And there's nothing complicated, barrel adjusting and all of those things. So you can completely avoid that thing and install this friction shifter, and like get away with the hassle of like tuning the rear derailleur. So that's a very nice perk for using a friction shifter. And also friction shifters are compatible with every speed. Like this is a 7-speed drivetrain. Even if I run a 10-speed, 12-speed drivetrain, this friction shifter will also work in those drivetrains. So a single shifter will work for any kind of speed. So that's a very nice thing, because obviously when we want to upgrade from a lower end 7-speed, 8-speed drivetrain to a higher end 10-speed, 11-speed, 12-speed, we also need to buy a new shifter for that. But over here, if this person wants to upgrade it to a 10-speed or a 12-speed drivetrain, then he just need to buy a new cassette and a derailleur for that matter. So that's a very nice thing over here. So one more thing that I would like to highlight, that this bike is like pretty lightweight, because obviously it's based on a road bike platform by Decathlon. So that's very nice. So it feels very, very agile, to be honest. So I mean, I think this is probably the most unique cycle that I have ridden till now. So I'm pretty happy. I'm feeling very nice, because the riding experience of this cycle is like a very new thing to me. I mean, it's very refreshing, to be honest. So yeah, that's my overview about this cycle. So I'll talk about other upgrades that he did. So firstly, since he installed this bullhorn handlebar, so he had to buy these special brake levers. So these are by Tektro. So these brakes are reversible. Like you can route the cable from this end as well, and you can also route the cable from this end, like he did. So this is very unique, because these brakes can be used in various ways. So these brakes are also very unique. And the another upgrade that he did is to get it converted into a holotech system. So obviously it improves the efficiency of the bike, and this is a 3x holotech system, so it also increases the range. So that's very nice. And I also have this same specific crankset on my own cycle. So this cycle is very, very nice and very ergonomic, and it feels genuinely nice. So I'm pretty happy that I am having the opportunity to review this one of a kind cycle. Probably there is no other cycle like this one in this entire world. So finally, if someone wants to build something like this, so I'll give you guys all the components that he bought and the prices of it. So firstly, I'd like to share with the easiest component to find. So this is a Shimano holotech crankset. So it cost around like 2300 rupee or 2400 rupee. And then the holotech bottom bracket, which is of 1000 rupee, and this derailleur, which costed around 1100 rupees. So these are the upgrades over here. So these are all Shimano components, so can be found at any Shimano dealership or online websites which sells Shimano products. So from there we come to this cockpit. So over here we are having this bullhorn handlebar, which is sold by this website called www.scolarian.com. So over there this specific handlebar is available. So it costs around 1600 rupee, and then these brakes are also from that website. So this brakes also cost a pair cost like 1400 rupee, and then these more special thing on this cycle are these friction shifters. These are from Suncross's website, so Suncross Bikes website. So I'll also attach the links down on my description. So these costed around 150 rupee both pair plus delivery. So these are the upgrades on this cycle. So the cycle costed around 25,000 rupee. So the total build costed around 30,000 rupee approximately. So this cycle for like around 30,000 rupee is probably the most unique and the most value for money cycle in this country, to be honest. I mean, for 30,000 rupees, this is a very, very nice cycle. I mean, like, this is a very amazing cycle for 30,000 rupees. So yeah, so this is my overview and review about this cycle. I hope you guys liked this video, and if you guys did, then do like my video and also subscribe to my channel for more such content. So I'll see you guys with a new video.